Goodbye, Noah. Get the hell out. Get the hell out. Get the hell out. Okay. Hello, Black Douglas. Are you MAGA?
Yes, I am.
And, sir, why would you ever support such a truly terrible president? Truly terrible president. That is Donald J. Trump, of course.
Well, considering the options, I feel like he was the worst of the two evils.
I agree. That's why you shouldn't have voted for him. See what I did there? Or I guess more so see what you did there. So we call that a Freudian slip. You just said that Donald Trump was the worst of two evils.
No. You haven't heard everything I said. I was about to say, and why I said that exactly. That wasn't a Freudian slip. I meant to say that.
Why would you support the worst of two evils, you lunatic?
Because it's the worst for you, Dean. It's for the worst for people like you.
Okay, I have a feel. Can I make a prediction before you?
It's worse for the woke mob. It's right. What?
Can I make a prediction before you continue?
Sure.
So you're going to talk about how much you hate me, hate the woke mob. You're going to explode, and then when you're done exploding, you're just going to leave.
Oh no, I don't hate you. No, I don't hate you, Dean.
But
people anyways, like you, I don't hate them.
My prediction is that when you're done talking about like the woke mob and doing your crazy shit, you're going to leave the live and you're not going to let me respond to you. But that's my prediction. Continue to speak.
No, I won't leave the live.
You definitely will. But continue to speak. Come on. Okay, so you voted for Trump because he's worse for the woke mob. Speak. Come on. Keep speaking.
Yes, of course. That's why I did it.
Okay. So why do you think the woke mob
is there anything better than you?
So I just want to clarify. So you voted for Trump knowing that he sucks just to make the material conditions for a majority of America worse.
Oh, now you're strawmanning my argument.
So what the fuck is your argument, little bro? Also, Sam, thank you for the $10 over on Vimeo saying debate Deckard Marx on TikTok. I mean, I'd happily talk to him if I knew who that was. Thank you so much for the $10, Sam, as well as Rose. Thank you for the $5. Shout out to Sam and Rose. Show some love to Sam and Rose down below in that chat. Sam and Rose over here are part of the woke mob, W woke mob, W Sam and Rose. Continue.
Why is it a W woke mob?
Yeah, because they just donated me money.
Really degenerates countries. Like entire nations are being degenerated.
Wait. So wait. How can you possibly say that it's a woke mob that like destroys countries when you admitted in your line of reasoning why you support Trump that the woke mob was literally better than Trump? Okay, in saying that Kamala Harris was better than Trump.
No,
yes, you did. Yes, you did.
No,
because guess what? You said that Donald Trump was the worst of two evils. Do you affirm that you said
yes, the worst of two evils for you.
So this means that Kamala Harris was better?
For you.
Oh, okay. Why is he why is he only bad for me but not for you?
He's bad for you because he pisses you guys off. I mean, it's 1 year after the election. You're still talking about him.
So he's bad for you because he wants to decrease your after-tax income. He's bad for you because he sent America into a constitutional crisis. He's bad for you because he has absolutely no respect for the individuals in which have lost their lives to defend our civil electoral processes that he tried to coup in 2020. He's bad for you because he wants to slow economic growth. He's bad for you because he wants to impede upon free trade. He's bad for you for all these reasons. Sure, let's go over the receipts. So the first claim that I made was that he's going to reduce the after-tax income for 80% of Americans. My receipts come from the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities. Go to their website. It's the first thing you'll see on their headliners. It is a very long study with extensive and exhaustive receipts. My second claim is that he's bad for this country because he's violated the Constitution. I'll actually just show you one of my receipts on the fucking TikTok live.
Go to Abraham Lincoln and you
So now this is an order from the Supreme Court where they straight up call his deportation of Abrigo Garcia illegal, saying that they violated his constitutional rights. I mean, or this tweet where he straight up calls
the illegal immigrant
the Constitution.
Are we talking about the illegal immigrant? We violated his rights.
Yep.
To illegally invade our country. That's crazy. See?
What's your claim?
I said we violated his rights to illegally invade our country. You're going after that. You're telling me I'm the person.
So we didn't violate. So we didn't violate his right to enter into America with use of undocumented means. We violated his right to due process when deporting him.
Good.
Oh, okay. So why is it good when Trump breaks the law, but it's not good when undocumented immigrants break the law? Smarty. Smarty fucking pants, you fucking silly goose. You have yeah. You'll have no responses.
Hey, no, let me speak. Let me speak. Hey, are you gonna talk over me or are you gonna let me speak?
I'll let you speak.
Okay. Abraham Lincoln also broke the law like 40 times during his presidency, and I don't hear you cockriding him.
When was Abraham Lincoln president?
During the Civil War.
Do you think I'm going to be more concerned with politicians that served this country during the Civil War or not?
No. But do you support Abraham Lincoln?
I think there's some good things that he did. There's also a lot of bad things that he did. A lot of people don't know this. So A, obviously it was a good thing that he criminalized slavery, but B, it was a really bad thing that the reason he criminalized slavery was because it was politically unpopular, not because he thought it was wrong. It was also a bad thing that he supported. It was also a bad thing that he supported racial segregation. No, okay. There's actually a lot of bad things about Lincoln. But like the reason why he's like historically viewed as a good president was because he was significantly better than anybody else that was running for public office at the time.
Okay, so we do or do not. Do I get a yes or no, or do we have a middle ground here?
So I don't support his views ideally, but I do support his views like practically. So what I mean by not supporting his views ideally is I didn't support his views due to the fact that, well, he didn't truly think that slavery was immoral and he supported racial segregation. But I did support his views practically, meaning that he was like significantly better than anybody else that was running for the presidency at the time. But why are we talking about Lincoln? We should be talking about Trump.
Because it correlates.
What's the correlation? Explain it. Explain it to me like I'm 5.
One president was morally better than the other president, in your words just now.
I'm confused. What are you saying?
Abraham Lincoln was morally better, morally just, more so than his opponent. Was he not? Can I get a yes or a no?
Yeah, the answer to your question is yes.
But you do not support everything he said or thought.
Right.
Can I get a yes or no?
Right.
Okay, so why can't I do the same for Trump?
Well, okay. No, so you can support the lesser of two evils. Like, for instance, I don't align with everything that Kamala Harris supports. I don't align with everything that Kamala Harris has done. I just think that she was a lesser of two evils. Now, the reason why I say that you can't do the same thing for Trump is because he wasn't the lesser of two evils. He was worse in every single way.
Every single way. See, that's a huge statement, and I don't think you can make that claim.
I can, buddy. I can. Dean fucking Withers on the mic. I'm gonna make the claim.
Okay, you're gonna make the claim. He was better in every single way.
Worse in every single way. Absolutely. Oh, and I know that's a big claim, but God, I'm standing 10 toes down. Name one way he was better. One single way.
He restricted funding from Ukraine and took it away.
Okay.
Love that.
So restricting funding to Ukraine, A, was violating a contractual agreement. We got a snake oil salesman down here, real bad guy. And then B, it practically made Russia significantly stronger. Why do you want to make an ethnic cleanser stronger?
Russia, an ethnic cleanser? Ukrainians and Russians are the same damn people. They speak basically the same language.
Okay. I'm a white man. If I went out and killed every other white man in America, would I have ethnically cleansed white men from America?
But you're not. Okay. Okay, so this is... No.
What the hell just happened?
Dean, can we stop being retarded for 6 seconds and let me speak?
Jesus Christ. Okay, dude, I know I'm not going to be able to convince you of this view. Don't say the R word. You understand that the R word has been used to historically oppress, bully, and demean individuals with disabilities, just like the N word as it relates to black people. You get that, right? Like, I know that it's popular to use it, and honestly, it's not looked as like super frowned upon in society. I take the view that it should. That's a bad word that you shouldn't say.
Wait, so you're restricting my free speech? Crazy.
Yeah. Yep. Do you think that free speech should be total? Like, if there was like a Nazi trying to educate your 7-year-old daughter on how the Holocaust didn't happen and Hitler was a good guy, you'd be like, oh, you got to let him cook or else I'll restrict his free speech. Like, obviously, it's okay for us to say that the use of some speech is bad.
I wouldn't put my daughter there. That's easy.
Okay, then I won't put you on my list.
That's like easy fix.
Easy fix. Boom. Look at that. Moving on to the next guest. Here we go. Let's go and get that next guest up on the live, everyone. If you're in that queue, make sure that means you support Trump, everyone. Dude, I want to chat. I feel like I'm cooking today. I don't know what's done it. I feel like I've been cooking today. Like, honestly, I've been having fun just stunting on these motherfuckers. What's going on, Angel? You support Trump?
Yeah.
How old are you?
18.
18. What year were you born in?
2006, September 5th.
Cool. I got to thank Carrie real quick for the $15 donation over on Venmo, saying I missed your projection when you first logged in on the incorrect TikTok account. Could you repeat what my projection of the future is? Oh, just a massive switch to liberalism, a massive increase in progressivism and support for progressivism in America, 110%. I mean, we already see the pendulum swinging. I'd also like to thank Rose for the $5 over on Venmo, Cassie with the $5, and Chris, thank you for the $25 over on Venmo, saying Steven Crowder debate win. I love to debate him. Let's make it happen. I appreciate you so much for the $25. You were awesome, Steven. Let's get at least 250 Steven W's down below. Take it away, Mr. 18-year-old Angel. Why do you support the worst president of your 18 years of life?
All right, so the first reason is Cookie King mugs you.
Oh, okay. You know what mugs you?
Yeah.
Job applications. Every time you submitted one, you got rejected by it, man.
I don't support Trump, but Cookie King mugs.
Moving on to the next guest. What's up, Elysia? Do you support Trump?
Hi, I'm so sorry to bother you. I wanted to know more about the white genocide in South Africa and if it's real or not. I'm so sorry. I'm not going to bother you or anything.
Oh, David has a little bit of an Okay. Yeah, for sure. Honestly, you're going to find significantly better resources to like learn more about what's going on in South Africa than me. But what I can say, definitely go look at other resources because I'm not too educated, is that like literally like everyone there denies it. Like the entire government denies it. Even like white people in the government, they deny it. And there's just a huge lack of evidence to support a white genocide in South Africa. I'm pretty sure that's it, right? What's going on, Parker? How we doing?
Hello.
Hey, man, welcome in. What's going on?
It's me.
What's going on, Chaz, baby? You support Trump?
I don't necessarily support him. Typically, I don't want to get kicked off, but it's more because I just have more of a question for you than anything.
Yeah, feel free to ask a question, but I am going to kick you.
Okay. I just mostly, because I didn't really vote for either one, because I just felt like I didn't have enough information to feel comfortable about voting for Kamala or Trump. But it's like every time, I'm sorry, thank you. I feel like every time that I ask somebody that did vote for her, they can never give me like a solid reason as to why they voted for her. So I was just more wondering what your reasonings were.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, listen, at this moment in time, it is like really irrelevant for me to sit here and tell you why I voted for Kamala Harris. You are about 6-7 months too late, but I'll do it anyways. She had significantly better character, foreign policy, and domestic policy. As it related to character, she wasn't a rapist, 34-count felon that perved on little girls in their changing rooms and boasted about to Howard Stern. She also didn't advocate for a total complete shutdown of all new Muslims coming into America. And she also didn't like literally want to send America into Gaza to finish ethnically cleansing the 1.3 million Palestinians that remain. And that's all on top of Donald Trump being a raging racist, racist, and just absolutely delusional old guy. I mean, 3 days ago, he literally said that Biden was executed in 2020, then replaced with a robotic clone. Now, that we've gone over character, her domestic policy was better because she fought for women's rights, fought for the rights of the average American, wanted to increase the purchasing power of 100 million American workers in the middle and low class, as well as she supported proactive long-term border policy that would have essentially attempted to remove the incentive that undocumented immigrants have to enter into America with use of undocumented means. As it related to foreign policy, we already went over Gaza. Basically, she was a lesser of two evils within that respect. Slightly better for Palestine, as well as significantly better for Ukraine. I mean, Donald Trump is Putin's fucking puppet. And yeah, there's a little bit of an overview. But honestly, if you want like a larger, extensive lists of reasons, what I'd recommend is to like look up my name and then find videos that either I posted or other people posted about me from like October or November of last year.
Thank you, Dean.
Of course, of course. What's going on, Demon C? Do you support Trump?
I was up here before. I asked you if you would debate my mom. She is here now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yo, put the mother on the mic. By the way, what is your name?
Mom, I am Devin. I was up here before. I said I wanted you to debate her on my birthday. It's my birthday today.
Well,
Oh,
first
happy
of all,
birthday.
Happy birthday, man. And sure, let's speak to your mom.
But I'm gonna have to send a request drop because my phone is being weird. I can barely hear you.
Okay, all right. I'll keep an eye out for you, Parker. Help me keep an eye out for them, okay? All right.
I'll look.
All right, we're gonna keep an eye out for you, man. We're gonna keep an eye out for you, man. Because we love to talk to your mom. We'd love to do it. We'd love to do it. Absolutely love to. Let's go to get that next guest up in the box right now. Real quick, Ken, thank you so much for the $25 on Venmo. Shout out, Ken. Ken says, teaching MAGA every day. Unfortunately, they're slow at learning. I agree, but I love what I do nonetheless. And Ken, thank you so much for the $25 over on Venmo. Let's show some love to Ken down below in that comment section, as well as Michelle with the $20 saying, Dean, I love you and everything that you've been doing here trying to educate these ignorant MAGA morons. Keep cooking. I'll never stop cooking, Michelle. Thank you for your kindness and the $20 donation. As well as Zachary with the $10 saying, I used to be conservative, but then my brain started developing. Base W Zachary? I really appreciate you guys. If you're watching and you want to support me, my Venmo and my PayPal can be found in the link tree in my bio, as well as in the pinned message over on the YouTube stream. I keep 100% of those proceeds. And if you send something and attach a message, I'll read it off on live. Ain't that the truth? What's going on, CRH? Are you MAGA?
Yeah, I just had a quick question about your sentience view. I feel like there's a contradiction.
Real quick, how old are you?
28.
28. You want to address my pro-choice view? Okay. Sure. I mean, I guess say something, but we're more so looking for people to tell us why they support Trump. I mean, if abortion comes up, it comes up, and we could have a back and forth. But
Is that your reason for voting for Donald Trump?
Yeah.
No, it's not my sole reason, but I did vote for him. So.
Okay. Well, maybe you could ask at the very end of this question first, like what specifically is like the motivating reason as to why you voted for Donald Trump?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess there's a lot of them, but abortion probably would be an important one. I just had a quick question about your sentience view.
Yeah,
Now,
whatever. Feel free to ask it.
Okay. Maybe you could just clarify it. So you're saying you don't value a fetus until it has the capacity for sentience, right?
I do not begin valuing a fetus until it has the ability to deploy subjective experiences, any level.
So yeah, right. So you don't care like if it's unalive before that because.
Well, I guess what I should say is that I don't think it's wrong to kill the fetus before that point. Not only because it doesn't have the capacity to deploy subjective experiences, but also because it is ingressing upon the mother's bodily autonomy.
Okay, so I guess my question is, so let's just say like you and your girlfriend, your wife, or whatever, when you plan to have kids.
Right.
So like when she gets pregnant, and check and correct me if I'm wrong, usually you can find out like what, 1 month, 2 months, something like that. So, and you're both wanting to have kids. Are you upset if, like, what's your emotional state? She tells you you're pregnant. She tells you you're.
She tells me that she's pregnant. We're planning on it.
Yes.
I'll be very happy.
But why?
Because she got pregnant and we planned on her getting pregnant. Woo!
Wouldn't
Celebrate.
you only be happy once it reaches sentience? Like that's kind of what.
No, wait. Let me clarify this.
What?
My car in my garage makes me a very, very happy man. I love my car. Does my car have moral value? No, because I place extrinsic value on it.
Right.
So if my girlfriend got pregnant, I would be celebrating from the moment of conception. I'd be as happy as is, and I would probably place a lot of extrinsic value on that fetus, just like I place extrinsic value on my car.
But why? Like that's my question. Why would you?
Similar motivations to why I'd place extrinsic value on my car. Just my preferences. The fact that this is something that we had planned for. The fact that this is something that we had wanted. Maybe like a future in which we could see. There's going to be a multiplicity of reasons why I'd place external value on the life of the fetus before it has the ability to possess internal value. For the same reason that there is a multiplicity of reasons that I place external value on my vehicle, on my car. Like think about it. How happy do you think a 80-year-old professor of art would be if he got to personally touch, see, and have the Mona Lisa for 24 hours?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean,
You'd be very happy, right?
Yeah.
Now, does the Mona Lisa have any like intrinsic moral value?
I would say no.
No. But that professor is placing a buttload of extrinsic value onto the Mona Lisa for like a plethora of reasons relating to his priors, his expectations, his goals, his preferences, etc. Okay, well, now we understand why me and my girlfriend, if she was planning to get pregnant and she did, would place buttloads of extrinsic value onto the life of a fetus, even though it doesn't possess intrinsic moral value, such as the Mona Lisa or a car. Yeah.
But you say that humans do have intrinsic value. Only when they reach sentience. So you'd be happy
what would have value would be rooted within my conjunctive value related to subjective experiences, not humanity on its own.
Yeah, we're saying we have value in the concept of the fact that like there's a planned pregnancy, right?
But
In the future that like this couple is going to have right a kid together. That's like the same way that like you'd be happy about getting married or planning to get married before you get married.
Right.
Right. Or like if I spend like 3 months trying to like paint a painting and I finish the painting, jumping for joy. Does that painting have the right to life? Should I go to prison if I rip it into shreds? No.
No, but we're just specifically talking about human life and.
Oh, okay. So are you done with your line of questioning related to my stance, or do you have any more questions?
Yeah, no, that's all I had. Thanks.
Okay. So why do you support Trump?
Oh, I didn't mean to get into that. You can bring up that other kid.
Boo, hey, but you told us.
No
you told us
way.
Come on, don't back out now.
Well, I gotta go eat dinner.
No. I let you get into my view. I let you explore. I let you ask your questions, and I was very hesitant to do so, but I did nonetheless because you told us that you support Trump and you have reasons. Come on, you can't run away now. It's gonna be very bad look. Very bad look indeed.
I mean, we could just go in the topic of abortion, but I feel like that would kind of get us nowhere.
Okay, well then go for it. Give us the position then, at least. That relates to you voting for Donald Trump.
I really gotta go though.
Yeah, whatever. Have a good day.
Okay.
Yeah, you too.
Too Fresh 21, unmute that mic. I sent you an invite to unmute that mic. Too Fresh 21. You're on the live. Okay.
All right, give it a second, everyone. Do tap the screen on TikTok. Let's get to 2 fucking million likes, chat. Let's get to 2 million likes.
Yeah, let's get that next guest loaded into the live right now. Chat right now, everybody. We're going to get that next guest loaded in. Mr. John, are you MAGA?
Yes. Kind of.
Child, Charlie, are you MAGA?
Yeah, you changed my mind on the immigration, but I want to change your mind on abortion.
Good luck, buddy.
Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yeah, I voted for Donald Trump.
Okay. What are your motivating reasons?
Yeah. So I think
Good luck,
that
buddy. Make me pro-life right now. Do it in front of how many people do we got in here? 3,000, 12,000, like 15,000 people. Change my mind. Why should I be pro-life?
No, wait. Can you give me like 15 seconds? I gotta go plug in my phone.
No, you got to do it right now. Or I'm gonna kick you and banish you forever.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
I'm coming to my room.
Wait, it's just you.
Yeah, it's just me.
No, it's you. You're the same guy that requests it like every fucking day.
Yeah, I talk to this person every day. I swear.
No, you said I
Get out of here. Boo.
He's like the person I'm like, dude, we've talked to this person all the time. And then he's like, dude, no, I haven't talked to you, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's like, I mean, to be fair,
gaslights?
like, I actually have half decent discussions with him, but I've just talked to you like a billion times. What's up, Cardinal? You support Trump?
Hell yeah, I do. I just wanted to say, Nick Fuentes beat you in that debate, and Cookie
That
King
is
actually
disgusting.
mobs
What the fuck? Well, on what?
Cookie
On what?
King
The
mobs
point where
you.
he said that he would pick Hitler over
On
any woman as a leader?
everything.
He's gonna say yeah.
Hell fucking yeah. Hell
Yeah.
fucking
Oh,
yeah.
so
And
yeah, so
Cookie
you think
King-
Hitler is a better leader than any woman? That's a fucking insane view.
Don't give him it.
That's so disgusting.
No,
That's
no,
like actually disgusting.
I learned that after I debated Nick. Okay, they love it when you freak out because they like Hitler. They love it. They love it so much. They're like, oh,
But I'm not pointing it out for them. I'm pointing it out for the people in the chat to see how insane their positions are, because I think that needs to be seen.
It does. But it's just like they love it. It satisfies them so much for whatever reason when people freak out when they talk about how much they're like, oh yeah. It's so weird. But no, like obviously those views are crazy, guys. Don't hold to those views. They're insane. What's up, Chloe? Are you MAGA?
Hello, Dean. So
my views align with both, okay, like both candidates.
That's
but I
impossible.
wanted to kind of debate you about like pro-choice, like.
Are we sure this isn't a fetus?
Oh no, okay.
Lila, how old are you?
I'm 18.
Lila,
What is going on?
I'm sorry, I have a question though.
Is it Fetus Friday?
I guess so. Mark,
Yo, Dean.
how old are you?
I have a very important thing to ask.
Yeah, just like the last three children, right?
Wait, no, listen, please. I'm not.
Get the fuck out! Fetus Friday! Stop it all. Just stop it. Stop this nonsense.
What is going on?
Stop this nonsense, bro. Stop it all. Brooke, thank you for the $8 over a Venmo. Saying, Dean, I'm curious why you don't run more arguments about how the life of the mother and not caring about women. Not caring about a fetus isn't pro-life. It's just anti-woman. Well, like they're convinced that the view is like pro-life, like they're caring about the life of the fetus. But now, when we do have people that will come up here and like run a pro-life argument that isn't related to the value of the fetus, but like rather to like an obligation that the mother has because she decided to engage in intercourse, then of course I run that view. In fact, I love it when I'm able to dunk on people about that. Kevin, what's up? How old are you?
What's up? 20.
20. You support like the worst president ever, dude? Donald J. Trump?
No, I don't. I actually appreciate all you guys do. I don't support.
I'm sorry, man. I got to kick you because we're only looking for debates, but just know that you're based. All right. We're going to go and get that next guest, Kenneth, up in the box. Kenneth up in the box. That's right.
J-Hat, thank you for the $5. You should go for Mexican food.
As well as Odur, thank you for the 3,000 ISK saying, yo, Dean, 2.1 million people live in Gaza, not 1.2 million.
I don't know if y'all can hear me. Shit.
Thank you so much, Odur. I appreciate that correction. Yo, Kenneth, are you driving, bro?
I love you guys.
Oh,
can you hear me?
Appreciate you for the love. Okay. All right, we're going to try something new. So we need to reestablish the rules because we've gone soft, everybody. We're a soft woke liberal, okay? A soft woke so boy, not upholding the rules. So yeah, we're now going to be tough on crime. If you're in that queue and you are not at least 18 years old and you support Trump and you're not from America, I'm going to ban you, okay? All right? If you're like spamming in that chat and, you try to come up and you do come up on the live and you're not at least an 18-year-old from America that supports Trump, I'm going to ban you. Follow the goddamn rules, okay? We are now harsh Republican conservatives.
Yo, Cookie King mogs you. Cookie King mogs you, bro. Cookie King mogs you.
A job. And, oh, that's true. Oh, by the way, Parker, when we started her live, Cookie King actually came up for a little bit.
Are you serious? Why?
I don't know. I don't know why. He just did. He just did.
What happened?
I don't know. He's just kind of saying some weird shit. And then he's like, hey, man, I appreciate what you do. I think it's cool. Well, I just want the war to be over. Okay, war to be over. What's up, Lily? Do you support Trump?
I'm currently in the military, so I cannot say that I support any part of the party, but I do have a question.
Okay. Well, how could I debate you if you can't say you support Trump?
Well, so it's more of a question because I'm currently having a crisis within my unit right now. I'm currently stationed in Kuwait, and you have a really wide mindset, so I was wondering if I could get your opinion on it.
Yeah, let me listen. Run the crisis. Let's see. See if I have a solution.
So currently there is a person in my unit who not only thinks that slavery should be brought back and is well deserved, but it's crazy. I can't say anything about it, but he does want it to come back. And I also wanted your opinion of having trans and LGBTQ plus people into the military.
I don't see any reason why trans individuals or gay individuals shouldn't be able to serve in the military. What the hell? And then about the first point that I think
are you tracking that it's not allowed, or are you tracking that they are currently in a movement to remove them from the military?
Yeah. Do you think that's okay?
Obviously not. I'm not really supposed to say much though.
Yeah, bro. We're gonna hold you to the hat check so you don't get condemned. But listen, man. There's not much you can say to people that just like full-heartedly support slavery. Like, I don't know. Like if there's anybody
that's actually crazy.
From the military, like I don't know. Like I don't know what to do in that situation. I don't know. Beat them up. I think it's going to be like violent to Nazis and shit. Get rough around a little bit. What's up, Will? How old are you?
I'm 19.
You support Trump, Will?
Nah, actually don't. I just want to come up here and say I support everything you guys do. I hope you guys have a great.
Well, appreciate you for the love, man.
Appreciate you.
Moving on.
So thank you to two people real quick. Kelly, thank you so much for the $20. Thank you so much on Cash App. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Kelly. I really appreciate that. And
What's
Jordan
up
with the
around here?
$25. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Jordan.
Yo, man. Connor, you Maga?
I am a Trump supporter.
Oh, ew.
Why? I'm curious on what you want to have a debate on.
Any reason that you possess that makes you a Trump supporter? Tell me, man. Why? Why
Like,
do
what's
you
the
support
main
Trump?
motivation? What's the main motivation that you have?
So I'm from Utah. So I live in southern Utah. I live in St. George. So it's primarily Republican. I'm not Mormon, actually.
Oh, surprising. The
It's
outcast.
actually, yeah, I am actually. It's kind of crazy. But I live in a primarily, like, just for reference, for every person that lives in Utah, there's 3 guns per person. So I live in a very, very, very Second Amendment driven economy, and our gun violence rates here are like 0 to none. Like, there's just as many stabbings as there is shootings. And that's kind of my whole standpoint is I feel like it's culture, I think culture is created. That's my opinion on it.
I hate to do this to you, but I'm about to like just put your perspective of reality. I'm going to flip it upside down if you're a genuine good faith actor. Okay?
I am ready to listen. I'm open-minded.
Listen. Parker just asked you for your main motivation insofar as why you support Trump. And then you say, well, we have lots of guns. There's not much gun violence. So here's the deal. There is this research center called Everytown. And Everytown has done extensive research on levels of gun violence proportionate to every 100,000 residents, proportionate to the amount of gun control that area has. Consistently across all 50 states, the less gun control an area has, the more gun violence they have.
Okay.
The more gun control an area has, the less gun violence they have. And now this is, I don't know.
What about the state of California with how much gang affiliations in California, with how much, violence that goes on in California, school shootings that go on in California, and they're one of the strictest states when it comes to...
Do you have any like per capita data that you're referencing?
I don't. And see, like, you guys are when it comes to specific stats every single time.
I mean, I don't know. In terms of California as a whole, I don't think there's any good evidence to indicate it's like a super like high violent crime per capita comparative to the rest of the nation. I'd have to look though.
I mean,
is there any evidence you have to indicate that, or are you just like assuming that to be the case?
Let's see here. So if we, I'm actually on Everytown gun research right now. So California ranks number 1 for the amount of gun law strength. Okay, and they're the 8th safest state insofar as gun violence rate.
Oh, okay. So Connor, how do you feel about that one?
Right, like, and I'll give you some examples here. So like Louisiana, okay, very weak gun control. Meanwhile, Louisiana is the 30th safest state. Let's see here. Even Utah. There's more gun violence in Utah, proportionate to their citizens, compared to California.
The county I live in has maybe 1 homicide a year.
Okay, well, that's your county. About the state, on the state level, Utah is less safe related to gun violence than California.
Let me ask you this, okay? You're saying it's my county alone. My county has almost, 1 million people in it, okay? And my county is a red county. Just statistically, when you look at like who votes blue, who votes red, right? When you look at the area maps, Salt Lake, our capital, Salt Lake City, is the biggest county. It's, Utah County is the largest county, and that's where the primary gun violence come from.
Okay, so even looking at it here, so there's actually more gun violence in Utah than the national average. So the national average here is 13.
So it's worse in Utah than it is in California
per 100,000 residents. Meanwhile,
maybe local government's really good at suppressing it, but genuinely, like I said, I'm here to have like an open conversation.
So then, Connor, I have a question. Given the level of gun violence in California versus Utah, which policies would you prefer? The policies of California's or the policies of Utah's?
The policies of Utah, in my opinion.
Even though it leads to more deaths? Even though it leads to more violent crime?
Listen, I haven't ever had to understand California's gun laws because, like, for reference,
I'm just saying in comparison, like, clearly if there's more gun control but lower violent crime, you'd be okay with it, right?
I genuinely am having a hard time, and I'm not trying to argue. If you see it online, that's great. I don't know. I'm not seeing it with you. I'm not saying you're wrong. What I'm saying is the amount of gun violence, the amount of problems you genuinely hear come out of California, like, unless my local government or my local news media stations are really good at suppressing what's going on, I don't hear about it. I really, 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 like, you don't hear about it.
Okay, listen, man. I don't really hear about gun violence in my town of Grand Junction, Colorado, either.
Oh, we're neighbors, brother. We're not far apart.
I know. We're awfully close.
Colorado has it. See, but I'm not like this
But-
crazy wear my armor plate carrier to go fishing.
But then even in Grand Junction, Colorado, you know, it is the case that there's a lot of gun violence here. And listen, man, especially in Utah, Utah's very good at suppressing crimes that happens in the state.
Very good at suppressing everything.
I actually just don't think that any of this, like I'm going to be honest, the conversation that we're having doesn't matter because the facts.
We can talk about oil. We can talk about
facts.
manufacturing.
I just want to say that the facts are the only thing that matters. And the facts tell us that on the scale of the totality of the state, there is more gun deaths per 100,000 residents in the state of Utah than there is in the state of California.
There's like 2 million people.
Connor, I just want to clarify. Just because you haven't learned about something in the particular area they're in, or you haven't heard about it, doesn't mean that like it's not true.
All right.
Right. So, but Mike, I guess my question is to you. So, you guys' whole entire point. I mean, I brought up gun violence. I brought up Second Amendment rights. I'm the one who brought these points to play. My question is what are your genuine standpoints on them? You think that American residents shouldn't be allowed to bear arms? Like, do you think the Second Amendment's invalid? And this is why are we arguing this?
I think if we can determine a piece of gun control legislation will lead to less deaths, then I would be okay with it, right? Given that we have other means of self-defense.
Do you guys own guns? Do you guys own guns?
I don't. No.
I'm in the process of getting strapped right now.
Getting strapped?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's a California slang, or that's that damn Colorado slang, brother.
Connor. So like again, the point is that we're not against your like right to self-defense. We're saying that if it's not necessary for your self-defense by any means, or even like going to be necessarily pretty useful, right? I don't see it to be like a good enough reason as to why you would justify like more people dying or there being higher rates of gun violence.
I think violence in general, I think we live in such a modern world that I think violence by weapon and military standpoint, personal standpoint, and all standpoint is just absolutely outrageous. I agree with you guys. I just don't think there should be as much violence. I think no matter.
So Connor, if there was a piece of gun control legislation that didn't get rid of your guns, but it did reduce violent crime, would you be in support of it?
It just depends on how much my rights are affected by it. Like, I don't believe that like, I genuinely feel like I'm a decent human. I go hunt. I'm just a hunter. I'm not like this. Like I said, I'm not this crazy, gung ho. I need to have all my crazy this, and I do enjoy my guns. I do enjoy sporting with them.
Listen, man. Oh wait, this guest is joining. Connor, I managed to sideline.
Listen, man. Oh wait, this guest is joining.
You need to mute him real quick.
So Connor, real quick, man. Here's the thing. You and me are probably inclined to have more agreements than disagreements as it relates to your personal perspective on how cool guns are and my personal perspective on how cool guns are. All right? I think guns can be cool. I think it can be really important for a lot of people to be a gun owner. I think it can be really important for a lot of people to even have like a CCW, concealed carry permit, right? And that might surprise a lot of the people watching, but that's how I feel. Now, how does this relate to my stance on the policy? I think that it's fine for good actors to own guns for self-defense, to keep themselves safe, to protect their households, in some circumstance hunting. That's sick, right? But our goal with gun control legislation should be to try to keep guns out of the hands of bad actors who will use those weapons to do bad things. Right? So I'd say that the issue of gun control through legislation is one that needs to be treated with loads of delicacy and one that needs to be very important to every single one of us because the leading cause of death in our use is firearms, right? So that's why I support common sense gun reform. That's why I support ensuring that every time anybody is going to buy a gun, they should have to go through the most extensive background checks, and the person selling the weapons has to go under background checks as well, and have more checkups than fucking restaurants, as well as I would even hypothetically support, if you are going to buy a gun in this country, you have to get a license beforehand to own any firearm, just like you have to get a license to drive on the roadways. Right? And I feel like with this common sense gun reform, we can ensure that if you're willing to put the work in, if you're a good person and you're motivated to stay a good person, and you're very aware upon what a gun is, the proper usage of a gun, as well as the proper storage of a gun. I think that we should have very strict laws about the proper storage of firearms, that you should be able to buy a gun.
How would you enforce
and I don't
that?
understand.
How would they enforce that? Invasion of privacy coming into your home?
Enforce what?
And proper storage of weapons. How could you enforce that genuinely? Are they going to come do house checks on every single person that owns a gun? Think about like the logistics of that. Doing emissions on cars is already a very, very hard thing to do, and that's just standard emissions. Now you're trying to talk about coming into people's homes to do proper safety and welfare checks on how they're properly storing their guns. So give me a resolution for how you would do that, because I'm a business person. I don't see how that would work out well from the standpoint of just logistics and logistically. Like, I just don't see that working.
I mean, like, listen, like, we can't enforce everybody on the roads to use their turn signals. But do a vast majority of the people on the roads use their turn signals simply because it's illegal not to?
Correct.
Right. So, I mean, I just think that just merely enforcing legal standards for the correct containment of firearms alongside educating individuals that are firearm owners on what those legal standards are in accordance with some licensing requirements would, for the most part, take care of the issue of improper control and containment of firearms. Now, for, maybe the last push to ensure that the 10% of people that don't abide by the law set forth are like correctly containing their guns, I'd have to probably put some more thought into what proper containment would look like and how we would enforce that.
Right. And it stems from education. Like, it may sound crazy to some people. I'm vaping too, brother. I've seen that.
I don't vape.
That's an anxiety pen. It's an anxiety pen.
It's your inhaler? Me too.
It's an anxiety pen.
And what is it, actually?
It's an anxiety pen.
It's an anxiety pen, buddy.
You can ask what flavor it is, though.
Yeah.
What flavor is your anxiety? Oh, I see. We don't want to.
caramel.
Okay, yeah, I got you. Any Hooser. My whole entire point of voting for Trump, to be honest with you, that's just always the biggest Republican versus Democrat debate.
Okay, so I've actually just kind of entertained the conversation about guns because, I don't know, I'm in a good mood today. I want to explore my thoughts on different things, and you'd be surprised by how much these debates could help me hone in my own positions. But at the end of the day, I'm just going to hit you with a gotcha. Out of the last two administrations, what's the only administration to pass gun reform?
A Republican, correct?
Right. Trump. What's the only administration in the last two administrations, not just to pass gun reform, but unconstitutional gun reform?
The last administration tried to do an unconstitutional change upon. Have you ever heard of rare breed triggers, an FRT?
No.
It went to the Supreme Court. They actually put a cease and desist on their company over it. It was a whole thing.
What are the the Biden administration did this? What did the Biden administration do?
The Biden administration didn't pass anything that then later was shot down by the Supreme Court. Donald Trump did pass something that was then later shot down by the Supreme Court.
All right.
Okay.
We're particularly talking about the bump stocks.
Yeah, like Donald Trump passed a bump stock ban that was later shot down by the Supreme Court as it was in violation of your Second Amendment, right? So Donald Trump has literally violated your Second Amendment. And also, I just want to clarify.
I actually think that's an example of a good ban. Like, I actually think that should be banned, and the Supreme Court, right, did something wrong there.
I mean, I just think that if you're not going to allow full auto, but you are going to allow bump stock, like, Jesus Christ, get your shit together. But
bump stop's crazy too, because I have an AR that's I built. It's just I built it by all the practical standards of Utah that are legal to my state laws and regulations, and it has like a 3-ounce trigger on it, and I can get it to bump fire with a standard stock, standard barrel length, standard. I am allowed a 50 round mag from a Glock mag. It's a stick, as the young generation would call it, correct? So the thing is, there's workarounds.
Wait. How does this inform the reasons why you voted for Trump?
That's the point. Is I actually want to touch back to that. I just wanted to get into a silly debate based off Republican versus Democrat.
No, I get it. I guess I don't do that.
For Trump, because I want to bring manufacturing back to America. I want to bring money back into our states. I actually want to decentralize the dollar bill. I think it should happen. I think that we should go towards more of a universal form of payment. I personally do believe we should bring oil back to America. Like Donald Trump specifically came to Utah and bought up the government came and bought up a bunch of land. And I'm a hunter. That's my BLM land that I had access to hunting. If anybody should be offended, it should be me. But they bought it up for oil reserves for, fossil fuels. And I think it's great. I'm
sorry, we get it. I'm sorry for interrupting you. You're kind of starting to yap. But you're a nice guy, so I say that politely.
You're good.
So the first point that you made was investment in American industries and bringing more money back to America. So here's a graph from the FRED, Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis, sourced from the U.S. Bureau of Economic Analysis. This graph would indicate levels of business investment in American manufacturing. So under Donald Trump's first term, it was relatively stagnant. Under the Biden-Harris administration, it went boom! It exploded, all-time highs because of how good they were for the American economy. Donald Trump wins the election in November of last year. Then he has the first financial quarter of 2025 under his belt, under his presidency since his inauguration. And guess what? Investment in business went stagnant. So seemingly, Donald Trump is actually not as good for the American economy or putting money into the American economy through investment in American manufacturing as you paint him to be.
Do you not recognize the stock market bull run that happened right after COVID when Biden administration came into office? Do you not recognize that to be a little bit?
Are you saying that like the boom in business investment under Biden was just like a bounce?
I'm not saying it was. I'm not saying it was all a fluke or all an accident, but I do believe that some of the social statistics on business do come from what happened with COVID.
Well, I mean, okay, how would COVID cause like a super like? Okay, why would this boom stop when Donald Trump won the election? Why would this boom stop when Donald Trump gains the presidency?
I think with everything.
And then why would this bull run represent a bull run that we've just simply never seen before?
Yeah, you got me there. I have no clue.
Yeah. What caused the new trend?
Honestly, I don't have an answer to that question, to be honest with you.
It's because he's not that good for the economy. His economic policy is shit. And guess what?
So what do you think his goals are? Like, you tell me.
Listen, actually, I want to cook real quick. His economic policies are shit. And like, I finally feel, oh my God, I feel so vindicated. Because before the election, I was talking about how shit his economic policy was, how bad it was for the average American, and how much it would cost for a national debt. And guess what? Yesterday, Elon Musk vindicated the hell out of me because he recognized everything that I've been preaching since last October to be true. He left the Trump administration, then called Trump's big, beautiful bill absolutely fucking abhorrent, disgusting, dog shit puke, right? Because it redistributes wealth from the poor to the rich. It reduces the after-tax income for 80% of Americans, and it's going to cost our government $3.8 trillion to do so. And this is Donald Trump's big economic accomplishment. I think that this shows that Donald Trump is an absolutely incompetent leader, right? And if this doesn't prove it, I mean, hopefully him like 3 days ago saying that Biden got executed in 2020 and replaced with a robotic clone proved it to you.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
That's crazy, right?
The robotic shit. I mean, don't get me wrong, but was Biden like severely declining as like just cognitively as a person? Sure, maybe. But as we all know, he doesn't get to.
Can we agree that it's like fucking nuts to say that Biden was executed and then replaced with a robotic clone?
It's the whole Kanye stuff and the Diddy stuff and cloning people.
And like, at what point are you going to draw the line and be like, the guy that is president of the United States is not fit to serve? In the same way that you did so with Biden.
Yeah, but I mean, how long do you give someone to change bills? I mean, the thing is
listen. Trump is nuts. He's absolutely nuts. He has no fucking clue. He's one of the most insane people. He said that windmills were causing whales to die in numbers never seen before. He said we should possibly nuke hurricanes to fight against them. He said we should look into using Listen here. He said we should look into using disinfectant by injection to fight COVID-19. Okay? Are you serious? This guy is completely out of it. Dude. You think this guy knows what he's doing?
Yeah, he still thinks he won the 2020 election. Like, okay, Grandpa. Thinks that Biden was killed and replaced with a clone. Like, okay.
That's crazy.
All right.
Like, what about
conspiracy grandpa is literally in the position of presidency.
Yeah, like he absolutely, like, dude, he belongs in a nursing home, Connor.
I mean, Biden belonged in a nursing home long before Trump ever did.
No.
Dude,
I actually reject
even
that.
Ride a bicycle.
I actually reject that. Wait, whoa. He fell off of his bicycle because he had fucking clips on the end of it, and his foot got caught up and he tripped. My father, like, damn near professionally rides bicycles, and that's happened to him before. You can't say because his fucking foot got caught in the clip and he fell that he's therefore this incompetent old man with zero brain cells and no fucking contribution to society. Would be better off pissing and shitting in a diaper for the rest of his life in a nursing home. That's crazy. Stop being so hyperbolic. Oh my God. The partisan brain rot is like truly destroying this country.
Let me ask you this.
Donald Trump did chart in a debate on stage. Did you hear about that?
Can we both agree on this one point? Is the simple fact of in the last 8 years, it has brought more. Whoever is in the right nor the wrong, this has shed more light to the youth to be more active in politics and to take more of a stance on their own beliefs. Can we at least agree on that?
Yes, we actually can. We actually no. I'll say Trump has incentivized and caused so much political involvement of so many more people, particularly within progressive movements. That doesn't mean he's a good president. Holy shit.
No, I'm just saying we could agree on the fact that
like, in fact, all that political involvement is caused because he's so bad.
Yeah, I mean, the point I was trying to make is nonetheless we're at least getting more of the, not we're, as I'm not like saying we're speaking for a party, I'm saying we're as a country are at least dissecting policies. How old are you? Let me ask you. You're 20?
Yeah, I'm 20.
Okay, that's my point. When I was 20, I'm not much older, but when I was 20, it was kind of getting a big deal. But I mean, I could remember when I was like 14, 15, those elections, those years going on, like it didn't even matter. But I could go and talk to a 14, 15-year-old about policies and bills that are being passed, and they actually have some education on it. And so, like, no matter who's wrong nor the right, we can at least...
Is this like the kumbaya silver lining, whoop-de-doo, we voted a fascist into office, but look at this, the youth is getting educated on politics moment? Oh my God.
No, not at all. I'm just saying, at least I'm just trying to find points we can agree on. That's it.
Oh, yeah, I guess we could. You know what? Yeah.
I'm trying to be open-minded, no?
Middle of the road. Shake hands. We agree. Yep.
Connor, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Would you ever support a candidate that said he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years as a 50-year-old man?
I mean, when it's said like that, it's very hard to support that. Correct. You're right. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't. So you're right.
You wouldn't? So you regret like supporting Donald Trump?
No, not at all. I don't regret supporting him.
Okay, well that's isn't that contradictory because Donald Trump did do that. He said he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years.
Do you have can you pull that up? You guys have access to your computer. You can share your screen. I mean, can you pull that up and show me like some like resources on that actually proves that to be valid or truth?
You want to hear him say it?
Yeah, play the audio.
Dean, do you want to play it or do you want me to play it?
You want to play it?
I can play it.
I'm sorry. I've been on for 4 hours and 15 minutes. I'm feeling kind of lazy.
You're killing it, bro. 4 hours is a long time stream. 10,000 viewers.
Man,
I had the We Are the Champions open.
You know, it took me a while to be able to build up to it. Took me a while.
Do you like hunting? Do you want to try to go hunting? Is that why you want guns, or you want guns just for the joy of guns?
I'm not a big hunter, and I want guns for self-defense. The day I turn 21, I'm getting a concealed carry permit.
That's good. You should get your CCW. I want to get mine, but like it's not required in the state of Utah, obviously.
Bro, can we agree that there should be permits for that?
For carrying
for concealed carry.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't think you should be able to you're not allowed to in the state of Utah. You're not allowed to if you do not have your CCW. You are not allowed to say you have a hunting rifle. You can't put it under the back seat of your truck. It has to be exposed and in the open for the officer to see if you get pulled over. Like legally, you cannot conceal a weapon unless you have that.
Heard making questionable comments about a young girl. Let's listen to that.
Sure. Thursday night. You're going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Can you believe it?
No, that's crazy. That's crazy.
It came from 1992, so the person spamming AI in the comment section, that AI did not exist at the time.
Also, hey, I just want to thank Jessica. You know, can we all just take a moment, show some love to Jessica for her $3 donation over on Venmo. Jessica, I love you.
What is the joy of guns? Guns are fun. They could be fun
So before you go into that, so you agree that you wouldn't support someone who did that, right?
If you just want me to tell you that I regret my decision so you could have that, then I mean, I could live with telling you.
No, I want you to get to a point where you realize that the person that you support, the president, right, is a horrible person.
I just don't.
And the things that he's done are so bad that you shouldn't support him. They're excessively bad insofar as you shouldn't support him. You stand by that?
I just don't know, like, out of the two, I don't think, do you want me to be honest? I don't think either of them, I don't think we had any good, honestly, as a matter of fact, I'm going to backtrack a little bit.
So what did Kamala Harris do that was so bad, that was so much worse than Donald Trump that you think that?
Running over all the other Democrats. Like, why did she get automatically put into that position? Why wasn't
she was vice president? She stepped down. 80% of the Democratic Party wanted her as the nominee. So, of course, if 80% of the Democratic Party wants you as the nominee and you were the vice president and the president just stepped down, you would step up.
Let me ask you
that is exactly what would happen.
What about the bills that she passed in the state of California
to.
Is this a complete pivot?
Wait.
No, just
Also,
question.
wait.
This came to my mind.
Wait. When
You know the ones that Donald Trump supported?
When she served as a senator for the state of California, she didn't pass any legislation.
Let me.
Yeah.
Well, what about?
He's trying to say
Also,
earlier in his career.
No, even earlier in her career, AG and DAs, they don't.
I meant to say her. I didn't mean
they're not a part of like the state Congress. They don't pass legislation.
Yeah, she didn't pass a bill. She tried to get bills passed and tried to introduce bills and stuff like that, but she didn't, and that's actually a critique that a lot of people have tried to bring up. But like he's talking about earlier in her career.
I'm talking about using all the inmates from California prison and jails that are there on mere, marijuana charges that it's now legalized, and they're still incarcerated for these charges that they were keeping to fight wildland.
Yeah, if you want to respond to that claim, I had to kick him because he said M drug.
Yeah. So is he saying that that's worse? One, Donald Trump actually funded Kamala Harris specifically at that time, right, for like the positions that she was in, right? Actually, he agreed with her. Secondly, I just want to acknowledge that any critique that you would have in terms of Kamala Harris's past does not at all come close to Donald Trump saying you dated a 10-year-old girl in 10 years and bragging about walking into the changing rooms of girls in Miss USA because he quote unquote owns the place to inspect them without their consent or being held civilly liable of sexually abusing women. But Jage, how old are you? Hello?
No speaky. Let's go to move on to the next guest. Hey, for everybody watching, how have you guys enjoyed the debates today? Let me get y'all's takes on the live stream. Honestly, I've enjoyed the day. It's been very fun. It's been very fun. Hello, Landon. Are you Maga?
Hey, what's going on? Yep.
Oh, how old are you?
I'm 19.
Oh man, why do you support Trump?
What can I say, man? He's just an extremely intelligent individual.
Dude, he said that Biden. Okay, are you joking?
No, I mean serious.
Okay, so do intelligent individuals like say that Biden was executed in 2020 and he was replaced with a robotic clone?
Well, this is the thing about that, right?
Yeah. Tell me the thing, Landon.
Everything's possible, right? Like in the grand scheme of things.
Okay,
then you're trolling. I don't believe you're real.
Okay, if everything's possible in the grand scheme of things, then everybody alive is fucking Einstein because no matter what you say, everything's possible.
Hey, I mean, I'm not going to discount you. I mean, I think anything is possible, but...
Landon, is it possible that you're the dumbest person on the planet?
I mean, yeah. It's true. I mean, nothing's been proven, but... I mean, I would take you up on that.
Yeah. Get the hell out of here, Landon. You're a troll. You're a troll, buddy. Get the hell out of here. We're going to move on to the next guest right now, y'all. Let's go, dude. Holy shit. Let me see here. Alexia, thank you for the $20 over on Venmo. Oh, they say first time listening while driving home. Don't recommend Denver traffic plus Trumpers talking equals crash out. Oh, that Denver traffic is crazy, Alexia. I feel so bad for you. Thank you for the $20 $5 donation. As well as S, thank you for the $25 over on Venmo. Ali with a 10. And Jessica with another 15. Thank you for the love, Jessica. Jessica says, I love your debate lives and your personality is cool too. Hey, Jessica, I appreciate that. You're a boss. Shout out to Jessica down below in that chat. And Carl, Karlye, thank you for the $3. You guys are the best.
I said thank you to two people real quick. Lovey, thank you so much for the $25. Thank you so much on Venmo. I really appreciate it, Lovey. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Of course, Lovey. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it as always. As well as Sid with $100 on YouTube Super Chat. Can we get some W's for Sid in the comment section right now for the $100 on YouTube Super Chat? Thank you so much, Sid. As always, it's always good to see you. She said, hi, y'all. Happy Wednesday. Good to see you as per usual. Of course. Always good to see you, Sid.
All right, guys, we're going to get that next and last Trump supporter. This next guest will be the last guest of the day, and then I'm going to hop off.
What's up, Christian?
Let's try to get that next guest up here. Yo, what's going on? Hey. You MAGA?
Oh, wait.
You're light? You're a billion light?
Thank you so much, Christian. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Was that the future city? Oh, thank you so much.
Julia, you MAGA?
No, I just wanted to respond to that earlier comment about Kamala and her time as AG in California. She had like a large rate as far as conviction, but she never actually sent most of the people she convicted to jail for weed charges.
Julia, I hope that was all that you had to say, because I have to kick you for the same reason I kicked that guy, because you guys both said MJUG or WEED. Yeah, no, you're right. I think that she had like over 600 sentences, but only 45 individuals were incarcerated. Let's go to get that next guest up in the box. What's going on, Mox? Are you MAGA? Looks like Mox backed out as well. So we're going to go to get that next guest up here right now. Jessica, thank you for the $2 over on PayPal. Thank you. Thank you, Jessica. Very kind indeed. As well as Caitlin.
Hey, what's
the
up,
$1
guys?
over
How
on
you
Venmo.
doing?
Jeremy, what's up? Are you MAGA?
No, but I do have one thing I'd like to ask. I'll keep it short if you
Get out of here. And Karani.
looking for a debate,
That is
everyone.
Kerani. Thank you for the $15
Hello.
over on Venmo. Hi, Alana. How old are you?
I am 19.
What year were you born in?
2005.
Are you MAGA?
Yes, I am.
Can you go into a different room?
Oh, yes. I'm so sorry.
Karani says, love watching your lives and laughing at dumb trumpet supporters. I wish that there was a way to let us know what time you're going live so we don't miss it. Also, thanks for finally going on Spotify. Hell yeah, we finally got set up over on Spotify. Yeah, that's right.
You
For
did?
For the Dean Withers Show, weekly uploads of all the debates. That's right. So, Alana, take it away. Tell us why you support Trump.
Well, I support Trump because of his ban of abortion. I really support that whole factor of it.
Bruh, why?
Well, I was listening to your debate earlier about how you said that fetuses have no moral value. Is that what you said? I don't really remember.
I said that they don't have the right to life. They don't have enough moral value to give them the right to life.
So you're saying that if you don't have an opinion, because isn't that what morals is, basically opinion?
Morals or opinions? Well, I mean, so I don't want to have a metaphysical discussion. Don't worry about it. Continue on with what you're going to say. It's just going to get unnecessarily complicated if where I tell you morals are derived from. So go ahead.
Okay. Well, basically what I'm trying to say is that I feel like abortion is wrong because you're taking away a life that hasn't even lived yet. And I know that some people say that an embryo or a fetus is not considered a life because it can't breathe or have consciousness or do things that we can do, but it is still made up of human DNA, which are cells, which are organisms, which are living organisms. So I feel like it is considered a living thing and it will grow into a living thing just like you and me. So I feel like it should be able to have that chance in life to grow just as we did.
So you think it's wrong to kill it because it has human DNA?
Yes, but I don't want to specifically put that standpoint on it and just be like, that is the only reason why it's wrong. It's wrong also because
oh, excuse me.
The person hasn't had a chance to live yet, and it's not their fault that they were conceived.
Okay, so if they haven't had a chance to live yet and they have human DNA, it's wrong to kill them. If there's a brain dead baby that hasn't had the chance to live yet and they have human DNA, is it wrong in murder to pull the plug on them?
No, it is not, because brain dead is irreversible. The fetus is able to come out of the womb and survive like us, but brain dead, you can't go back from that. Okay. So the parents have rights.
Then the argument centered around like the potentiality for future sentience.
Yes, it has value because it's potential value.
Okay, let me ask you a question. So if there's a woman that's pregnant with a fetus that will never be that will be sentient for 1 picosecond upon birth and then stop being sentient, do you think it'd be wrong for her to get an abortion?
I don't see a reason why she would get an abortion if the baby's just gonna die.
Yeah, the baby.
Why she wouldn't?
The baby's going to be born, and it's going to have a picosecond of sentience, and then it's going to be brain dead for the rest of its life.
But can I ask you a question?
No, because I want you to answer my question.
Okay. I feel like it's not wrong because the baby doesn't have. If the doctor is clear, but it's only a picosecond.
All right. So how much future sentience does it need in order for it to be morally valuable?
But why do you come up with such crazy scenarios that would never happen to justify my argument?
Because we're
test my logic, but that's not logic. That's not really reality, because that would never happen. So you're testing something that would never happen against my argument.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Did you eat breakfast today?
No, I did not.
Okay. What would you have felt like if you did eat breakfast today?
Probably avocado toast.
No. What would you feel like? You would feel full, correct?
Oh yeah, I thought you said like, what do I feel like eating? I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. But isn't that a hypothetical that didn't happen, right?
Yeah, I would probably feel full if I ate all of my breakfast.
Exactly, and you can engage in that hypothetical even though it didn't happen.
Right.
Right. Like if you were responding the same way you just did, you would say, "Or that's a ridiculous hypothetical. I didn't eat today."
But that's a reality because I eat every day. Humans eat. It's not a reality for a person to have sentience for 1 picosecond. That's not something that would actually happen. But it would actually happen. It would actually occur that I would eat breakfast because that occurs every morning. You know, see what I'm saying? So he's basing something off that's not going to happen.
So what you're saying, you're not disputing its logical possibility. You're just saying that it's not going to happen within our typical world. Is that what you're just saying?
Okay,
That's not a critique of a hypothetical because he's still demonstrating a concept to you.
So real quick,
but not a relatable concept.
I'm sorry,
not a concept that I can relate
I have
to.
to have you stop talking. Harrison, over on the YouTube stream, you should right now type in the chat what your TikTok handle is. I'll happily let you onto the live, literally right now. Tell us.
Harrison's 12 years old. I'm pretty sure.
How do you know who it is?
They've been trolling me for a while, and Sid.
Oh,
and because they would get mad at Sid donating to me.
It is about that. Okay, I guess they're 12. Oh, and that guy's left. Okay. Let's see here. Jennifer, with the $10 over on YouTube Super Chat. Being forced to continue pregnancy when a fetus has absolutely no chance of life is the literal definition of cruel and unusual punishment. That is torture for the mother. I would agree. I hope nobody would disagree. I fear that's common sense. Uh-oh. Sorry, turn my flashlight on. Chat, I did not kick her. Don't kick guests unless they slur. Really. Okay. All right. Well, I guess it's going to be the end of my streams for the day. How long have we been live on YouTube? Let me see. Yeah, man, we've been live for a minute. We did a longer stream today than we usually do.
Cool. That's nice.
Yeah, so I'm going to hop up. But before we do, College, thank you for the $20 over on YouTube Super Chat, saying this is money that should have been spent on Harrison's daycare, but I want you to have it instead. You guys are some funny motherfuckers. Let me tell you. You guys are some funny motherfuckers. Alexis with a $5 on Super Chat as well. Now Tori's in the chat saying Trump is better. Oh, Lord, get a load of this joker. Oh my gosh. Okay. What a stream we've had today. Oh, Cyphex with the $20 on Super Chat saying, not only that, but the ban of abortion is also a ban of making that choice for ourselves. It is. Indeed. Okay. Devin and his mom. Yeah, I was looking in that queue for Devin. I never saw him again after he came up on that live the first time.
Yeah, Devin, you can pop up into my stream.
All right.
If you do, I'll probably see you in the box.
All right. As well as Bandy, thank you for the $5 on Venmo. I read your message there. You were very kind. All right. I'm going to go ahead and hop off for the evening. For the 9,000 people in here, if you're still fiending for some debates, I obviously won't be able to deliver them to you. I am hungry and I have a migraine and I need to get off. So Parker down here, he's going to go ahead and continue the live. He might even be live on my account, given that I could figure out the login. We'll have to.
If I could FaceTime you right now, I could do it right now.
Okay.
Because you could do the little the QR thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is that I'll just have you sign in with the use of the QR.
We can just do that for tomorrow, or if you want to do that right now, we can.
Well, I mean, do you want to go live on that account right now or tomorrow?
I would, but if it would be hard for you to do it right now, it's fine.
No, I don't mind just setting it up real quick.
Yeah, I can just FaceTime you right now and I can just log in.
Okay, all right. So for everybody watching, Parker's going to be live on TikTok on @DNCDean. So he's going to be live on my second account @DNCDean, as well as for everybody over on YouTube. He is on @ParkerGetAJob. So I love you all. I appreciate everyone so much for tuning in. Before you head off on YouTube, make sure you drop a sub and drop a like. It really helps push the streams here out after I end. Thank you, Didn't Take Care. Yo, Christian, oh man, you take care as well. You take care as well. I've been thinking about you a lot recently, Christian. You were very kind the other day. You know what I'm talking about. Appreciate you for the love. Now, everybody on TikTok, head over to @DNCDean. Parker will probably take a minute before he's live over there. I got to get him signed into the account and whatnot. But it's
so go over to my YouTube.
DNCDean. Goodbye, everybody. Good evening.